What's up guys, it's your girl Jay here and I'm back for another video. And if you could tell by the title down below, it is favorite things. That is right, it's not a favorites, like a monthly favorites video. It's kind of like a favorite items video because your girl has a couple of favorites that she always go to no matter what. And today's video is all about primers. That is right. Primers is something that can be a necessity or it can be an option. Not everybody wears primers and not everybody necessarily need primers. But for me, it's a 50-50. I sometimes need primers, I sometimes don't. Most of the time I wear primers because I have a porous face and also I sweat. So sometimes I just don't slather primer all over my face all the time. I just put it in my porous areas and try to stay away from my forehead because that is where I sweat a lot and I don't want to sweat off my makeup. So before we even get started, hit that subscribe button right down there. So please hit that subscribe button. And then now let's get started to my favorite primers. All right, I only got a few primers here. Let me see, 2, 4, 6, 7. I only got 7 primers, so this video won't be that long, God willing. But yeah, I'm gonna start off with, well, it's not really favorite, but I do have 2 primers here. Okay, 3 primers here that I really are iffy about. And the first one is the CoverGirl True Blend primer. It's gonna be a little white out, so I'm gonna try to insert a better picture somewhere here. But this is the CoverGirl True Blend primer, base primer for combo skin. I tried to do a full face using CoverGirl, using CoverGirl products. I don't know if I actually posted that. I probably recorded it and then deleted it because that's what I do a lot. I record a lot of videos and then I hate the way it looks like in post and then I delete it, just like I did with this look. I recorded it and then I'm like, I'm not liking the way that's coming out, so I deleted it. But yeah, this primer right here, it has, of course, water and a bunch of stuff that it has the dimethicone in it, so it's for combo skin. And I don't know if you can tell, but it is a little bit liquidy, but it was okay. I only used it like once or twice, and I tried to use it twice. It doesn't really leave that much. It's not sticky at all, and sometimes you do want a sticky primer so the foundation can stick to your skin. But yeah, this primer right here, it was so-so. It wasn't really my favorite, but it's part of my primers that I do have. The next primer that is a little iffy, and I had this one for a while. I don't know if I should get rid of it or not, and it still has a lot of product in it. This is the NYX Pore Filler, and magical agent that minimizes the look of pores to create a smooth and porcelain dough-like finish. Again, it has silica, dimethicone, and all the other primer type stuff. This one does come out orange, so it does, I don't know if you can see that right there. It does come out a little bit orange, and this one you have to pat in, so it will leave a small color on your skin. But with pore filling primers, you really have to pat it in because you don't want to really rub your skin because you create wrinkles that way. So you really want to pat in the, what is this? The primer in your skin. But this one feels, it's like, it has the feeling of the Smashbox, but it's nice and smooth and it does kind of work. So I do use this from time to time, but I kind of do use another primer more often than this one. So yeah. And then the next NYX product I have for primers is the NYX Angel Veil. And this one is oil-free, has silica, but this one does not, oh, it has dimethicone. It has dimethicone in it. And in this one, it's white and then it's a little bit thicker. So this one is a good primer, but this one will leave a white cast on your skin if you are brown skin. So just be just be wary. As you can see, like the white cast here on my hand, just be a little wary of this one. You will look ashy. You will look ashy before you put on your foundation. So yeah, but once you put your foundation on, the ash goes away. Don't worry, you won't be ashy looking the whole time, all right? But that one is a good primer. It does leave your skin feeling nice and smooth, so it can give you a smooth base to put on your foundation. The next primer I will be talking about is possibly like the next 4 primers are almost my favorite, but this one really is not. It's like one of my newest ones, and this one is the Hangover RX Primer. It's really if your face is thirsty. Basically, if your face is thirsty and you need to put that moisture in your face, proactive, nourishing, replenishing face primer with coconut water, and it revives your skin. I used this before I did this makeup look, all because with this dry, cold ass weather we have here in New York, I feel like my skin is, even though I sweat, I still feel like even after my moisturizers, my skin is still dry. So especially around my eye area, it feels like I didn't even put any moisturizer on. So that's why I used this one instead of my typical holy like girl primers I have here. So yeah, this one is good. Sorry if it's washed out. Yeah, this one is really good because it nourishes your skin. So this one is really good if you have dry skin. Have dry skin, get the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. This one is really good for the dry skin, and it's silicone free, so you don't have to worry about all that like waxy looking stuff. Now the next 3 primers are my favorite holy grail primers. The first one is a travel size that I got in a Sephora little party bag thing, but this one is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This one is silicone based, I think. It doesn't say in this one because it's the smaller size, but this one feels so good on the skin. It's not pore filling, but it's oil free. And oil free, if you're an oily, sweaty person like myself, oil free is something that you do want. Smashbox really has a great line of primers. I only have 2, and this one does leave your skin nice and smooth, especially if you have pore areas. Even though it's not pore filling, it does kind of like help smooth out the skin. It doesn't fill in the pores, but it does smooth out the skin, and that is something that you do want. This one is really good. You don't have to slather it all over your face. Again, just put it in the sections that you need it, like your T-zone area and your chin, and you can put something else like that's moisturizing on the perimeter, on the outside part of your face. But you don't really want to put this everywhere because then it's going to look like a little slicky, and slicky is not a word, but this is something that you would want to use. I really love this primer. Smashbox kills it in the primer game. I love it. Now, talking about my porous skin, I have 2 primers here that I am so glad that I got. The first one is by Benefit, who kills the brow game, except for that little controversy about the whole gimme brow situation. But Benefit, the Professional Primer, this one is really good. It's oil-free, lightweight, and translucent. Yeah, you really don't see it on the skin. This one right here is like the NYX primer. It does have a color, but this one is thick. You could just you pat it in your skin, and a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot with these primers. You really don't. I have primers on my hands, so a little bit goes a long way, and you can just press it in the skin and smooth it out. Porous areas, even do it a little bit on your forehead, a little bit on your chin, and that is all you need. A little bit really does go a long way when it comes to pore filling primers, because you really don't want to look like, you want to look airbrushed, but you don't want to look, well, I don't know if you want to look fake or not, but you do want to look nice and smooth and like you don't have any pores. So yeah, this Professional by Benefit is hella good, and I 100% recommend it. Again, oil-free, lightweight, you really don't feel it. I just put it in the pores, in the teeth, like the pores, because most of my pores are right here, and then a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my chin, and then that is it. I love this one. Get you this if you have pores. All right, now the last, final, and I think this would be a holy grail primer for me, would have to be, and I talked about its brother, is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and this one is Pore Minimizing. I had to try a sample of this one before I decided to buy it, and this one right here, it's a winner to me. For some reason, all pore minimizing primers do have a tint to it, but this one, as you can see, is not as orange as the NYX one, and this one, and is definitely lighter than the Benefit one. But this one, it doesn't, I don't remember if it leaves a cast. Okay, it is leaving a gray cast, but this one right here, it's right there. This one right here is hella good on the skin. It's like so light and so airy, and it's not that bad at all. Again, if you have porous skin, this one is the bee's knees, the cat's pajamas, the best thing ever, the best, better than sliced bread, better, what is it called? Yeah, better than sliced bread or something, I don't know. But yeah, it is so good. This, if you have to get a primer for your pores, this one is it right here. I heard about, it's not sticky, so it won't like cling to your makeup if that's what you're looking for. So you might want to do another primer around the perimeter so it can have a little tactfulness to it. But yeah, this one is really, like, it's perfect for your pores. Again, I used the Too Faced Hangover Primer because I decided to use the Huda Beauty hashtag Faux Filter foundation. So I knew I was using a foundation that was a little bit for the Instagram ready type of pictures. So, and that is it, guys. That is all the primers that I have and that I can recommend to you guys from me personally. If you are sweaty, oily, have dry skin, because I have one for dry skin out there, or if you're just combo, these primers can work for you. And also definitely if you got large pores like your girl here. So I'm gonna have a word to see if you made it all the way to the end of the video. So today's video word is apricot. So if you made it to the end of the video, please put the word of the day down, apricot. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button. If you're on your computer, it is right down there. If you're on your cell phone, it is right over there. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you can be part of the J Squad, and make sure you thumbs up this video because you want to see more videos from your girl. I'm gonna leave some other videos right here, like right there. And like always, guys, be blessed, be safe, and have a good evening. Later, guys.